Hey guys, welcome to TechTutorials. Today I have a review of the new 9.7-inch iPad Pro. Let's get started. The new, smaller iPad Pro is basically all the good things the larger iPad Pro introduced in a much smaller and more portable case. Before we get started, let's have a quick look at what it comes with. With the new iPad Pro, Apple are continuing their newer minimalistic packaging style. In the box, we get the iPad itself, alongside some manuals, warranty information, and of course some Apple stickers. Underneath, we find the iPad's 10-watt power adapter and the usual 3.5 foot or 107cm long Lightning to USB 2 cable. In terms of design, Apple hasn't changed much from the previous iPad Air 2, but that's not really a bad thing since it's a solid, good-looking piece of hardware. At 240 by 169.5mm in size and just 6.1mm for its thickness, it's very pleasing to hold, even for longer periods of time. On the top we have the sleep-wake button alongside two speaker grills and the 3.5mm headphone port. On the right side there is a microphone, the volume up and down buttons, and again no mute switch, which was removed with the iPad Air 2. On the left side, there's nothing except of the carried over smart connector, an easy and fast way of connecting accessories to the iPad. On the bottom you can see two more speaker grills as well as the standard Lightning port. On the back is a new camera, another microphone, and an iPad's first, a True Tone LED flash. Below is the shiny, polished Apple logo and the iPad Pro branding. On the front we have the most important component, the display. And once again it is a very good one. At a resolution of 2048 x 1536 pixels, it is the same as the already great iPad Air 2's display. Pictures still look sharp and vibrant, text is very crispy, and since the display is laminated to the glass, it feels like you're actually touching the content you are viewing. However, this time Apple are using a brand new technology known as an oxide TFT display. This allows for a thinner design and much improved power consumption of the display. Viewing angles are great too, the colors stay accurate at almost any angle you can view the screen. But there's more. For the first time, Apple have used a True Tone display in one of their devices. Two sensors on the new iPad scan the lighting in your environment and adjust the display's color. That gives off the illusion of the display reflecting rather than emitting light. Whilst this can make colors look a bit off at times, it generally makes the iPad screen a lot more pleasant to look at. You can turn True Tone on or off from the display menu in the Settings app. Independently, you can also toggle on the new night shift feature introduced with iOS 9.3, reducing blue light waves emitted from the display to help you sleep better after looking at the iPad in the evening. Of course, the display is just perfect for looking at pictures and videos, and with this new camera, the iPad makes it possible to shoot pictures of a matching great quality. The new iPad Pro gets the same 12-megapixel iSight camera Apple built into the iPhone 6s. And since that camera is great, so is the new iPad Pros. The camera shoots 12-megapixel images with a resolution of 4032 by 3024 pixels. Color and contrast are both just right to make images look clear, vibrant, and very natural. The camera is also capable of shooting full 4K video with the same amazing color quality. You can also shoot 720p slow motion at 240 frames per second that still looks quite good if you have some good lighting conditions. Audio is also surprisingly clear using a combination of the two microphones located next to the camera. This is a test of the new improved two-microphone audio system on the iPad Pro 9.7-inch. Apple have also built in a True Tone LED flash, which adjusts the warmth of the light according to the lighting situation. That can make normal lit pictures look even better, and even low light results are impressive for a mobile camera. The front-facing camera is still at 720p, which is definitely nothing impressive, but the quality has improved and it's sufficient for video chatting and the occasional selfie. The camera UI is the same as other iPads, iPhones, or iPod Touches. That means simple menus with some basic settings but not too many custom options. Audio-wise, the new iPad Pro is a very positive surprise. Apple are using the same 4-speaker setup as seen in the larger iPad Pros. Whilst the larger iPad Pro does have some deeper bass and is slightly louder, the smaller iPad picks up the same great audio quality that its older brother got last year. That means natural, balanced audio that still sounds very clear even on its louder setting. Inside of the iPad Pro is the newest generation of Apple's mobile CPUs, the 64-bit dual-core A9X chip, alongside 2GB of RAM. Combined with the very well optimized iOS 9, the 9.7-inch iPad Pro runs through pretty much anything you can do with it. When navigating the operating system, there is zero lag, and combined with a fairly good internet connection, web surfing even on complicated sites is a very nice and fluid experience. Another area where the new iPad Pro shines is gaming. With the smaller and lighter form factor, it is still comfortable to hold for longer periods. While of course lighter games like Clash Royale or Angry Birds are no problem, more demanding games are where it gets interesting. Let's take Vainglory as an example. There is never any lagging, the game feels very responsive, and thanks to the great display, the graphics look extremely good. Another example is Modern Combat 5, a game that has put lots of my other devices to their limits. Again, the iPad Pro doesn't only play through it with no problem, but it also stays fairly cool, which was a big issue with other devices I tested the game on. Apple have also built in support for the Apple Pencil, which was introduced last year. It works the same way as it did with the larger iPad Pro, and I will have a separate video covering it coming up soon. Apple have also made a smaller version of the foldable smart keyboard, making use of the smart connector on the side of the device. And last but not least, pricing. Apple pricing is always high, but now being a Pro device, the 9.7-inch iPad Pro is similarly priced as the 12.9-inch model. It starts at €689 for the base 32GB model, and goes all the way up to €1,199 for the maxed out 256GB LTE model. Of course, except of wireless connectivity and storage space, there are no differences in functionality between the different configurations. Overall, the new iPad Pro is a very good tablet. With a new, smaller 9.7-inch display, it is now more portable while retaining the power and quality of the larger iPad Pro. In my opinion, even at its high price point, it is worth the upgrade, especially if you're using an older iPad model. And that wraps it up for this one. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to help me, please share this video. To see more content in the future, just click subscribe and use one of the links on the left to view one of my other videos. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.